Heidi with me now in studio for an update this lunchtime. Heidi, so Old Mutual has been largely mum, at least as far as briefings and that sort of thing. What has prompted Trevor Manuel to today convene this briefing on behalf of the company?
Well, one must remember that Trevor Manuel has not been vocal about this whole ordeal with Peter Moyo as well as Old Mutual, and he is the chairman of the Old Mutual board. But I think what prompted it was the fact that Peter Moyo attempted to go back to work on Monday after Old Mutual was denied a declaratory order on last week Friday, but they were granted leave to appeal. And Trevor Manuel just making it very clear that they don't want to carry on with any further litigation. They announced on Monday that they want to put in a further court application after their declaratory order was denied on Friday. And they've made the announcement today that they don't want to go further with the courts. They want to try and settle it. But what was interesting was that Trevor Manuel made it very clear that Old Mutual was not the one to take the matter to court in the first place. They attempted to settle the matter behind closed doors with Peter Moyo, and he declined and denied this. But let's listen to what Trevor Manuel had to say about that.
We dismissed him with effect from the 17th of June. And 10 days later, we received notice of motion, and the matter was then in court. It was never the choice of the Old Mutual to have this matter in court. In fact, on the 24th of May, we spoke to Peter about this break of trust after we'd heard him out. And Peter Moyo and I were two of the three members of that committee. And we asked him, we explained this thing to him and asked that we manage this thing in an orderly, disciplined way so that it didn't impact on any of our futures or the future of the company.
So interesting, Heidi, to see Trevor Manuel then giving this briefing, because one of the things that has been central as far as this conflict between Peter Moyo and the company is concerned is that people say much of it has to do with Manuel and Moyo simply not getting along. Did he address that today?
He did address that. You know, one must remember it's two very powerful personalities that you're dealing with. And Trevor Manuel says he doesn't understand where this perception and idea comes from, that the two do not get along. He says he tried by all means to speak to Peter Moyo before Peter Moyo was dismissed at the end, and he says that he has had conversations time and time again. He's called Peter Moyo before he was fired, while he was still working at Old Mutual. So he says he doesn't understand, and it's a completely misinterpretation of their relationship. He says it's always been a working relationship and there's no conflict, and he's not a bully, because that was one of the allegations, that he is a bully. He bullies the board, and he says he's never done so. He says he works with everybody and they're a united front. So we'll just have to wait and see if Peter Moyo can go back to work.
Let's see what goes down on Monday.
Yes.
Heidi Jacobs for now, thank you.